So 3.10 is finally official, and that means we can finally get a rock of our own. And as I was excitedly thumbing through the sales material, I came across this ad. It's not unusual for CIG to put out some of the best commercials to push starships. This time, not just for a ship though, for a ground vehicle. One that touts itself as the perfect fit. Or in this case, the perfect fit for a mother reading a story to her daughter about the right size chair in a hab not far from a diamond-rich deposit. But the cute analogy is hand mining was too small and starship mining in a prospector too big. So I got to thinking, is the rock really the cost-effective way to go with mining? Does it make a compelling case to skip getting a prospector instead? Join me for an investigative report as we find out if this truly can dethrone the prospector as the mining king. And we'll get into it right after this. If this is your first time to our channel or videos, welcome. If you like what you see here, please consider helping us grow by liking, subscribing, commenting, or even sharing this video. For a small channel like this one, it helps immensely, and I appreciate any feedback you have. When we hit 50 subscribers, I will be doing a drawing for a Mustang Beta starter pack to thank you guys for your support, so your odds of winning are pretty good. With that out of the way, let's get back to this video. So with a $55 sticker price and a small footprint, the rock looks like the perfect way to try out mining without breaking the bank. But then you realize, unlike hand mining or the prospector, this thing needs to be carried to its destination. Almost like a snub fighter, it's not going to have enough useful range when you pull it out of the garage at a mining facility. Sure, you could fly your starter ship to the nearest garage, but once you pull out your new shiny rock, you'll soon find that the useful ore is too far away to make it a profitable journey. And that's if you're lucky enough to be able to traverse the harsh terrain on these moons between rocks. It was a challenging drive over the harsh terrain, where if you're not careful, you may not even make it to your destination. And when I finally get there, the rock's lasers can't seem to break these open. Now, before you jump all over me about the size of these rocks, this was my first impression getting into the rock, and also the only minables my scanner were able to show in range. We'll talk more about suitable minerals in a moment. There's more minables around, so I figure it's a nice day, let's go for a ride. But you can see by ground, this takes a lot of time, and you may be hauling away with nothing as I am here. So this doesn't seem like a good use of time. So it's clear on my way back that with the current game mechanics, we need a ship to carry our new rock around in. But not just any ship, because as you can see, a rock is significantly larger than a Greycat buggy. Even if I have the Cadillac of starter ships, the Avenger Titan. Check out that Invictus paint job. Unlike the Greycat buggy, which fits in nicely, the rock does not have a chance. So that means you're gonna need at least a freelancer or a cutlass to carry this around. And even for the cutlass, it can be a little tight at the entryway. So personally, I wouldn't even mess around with the freelancer. Heck, the cutlass can fit both a rock and a Greycat buggy in there if you wanted to. I guess that's why these are bundled together for $150 in the store. Hey, isn't that pretty close to the melt price of the Prospector? So now that we have a ship, let's see what the rock mining experience is all about. All ships can scan for mineable rocks now. Not sure how I feel about this as someone who's purchased exploration and mining ships in the past, but let's go with it. So once we zero in on something you want to mine, we set our ship down. And I know, before you jump all over me about the rock size, these are just the only minables I can find on Daymar over 2 nights of trying to find minables. But hang in there, we'll get to the mineable sizes, I promise. So back to the experience. Scan around the planet, find a spot you like, set down without crashing, get your rock fired up, then hope you can mine these rocks. And as you can see, it's not working out for me. I start to think, what am I doing wrong here? Is it the planet? Let's try this one. Oh, it's wet and cold in here. And the rock doesn't give you shelter from the elements. My pants must be getting wet in here. I still can't find minables. If it's not planets and moons, maybe I should be out there in an asteroid belt with this hunk of junk. Okay, maybe not. So later that night, after a ridiculous adventure, some friends and I find one small patch of rocks we can mine with this thing. But the returns are not great on the value, and it struggled to pick up some of the small fragments. Aside from that, there was nothing else in sight, and it was late, and we were also tired. So far I'm thinking, gee, I sure miss my Prospector. You know, with a nice warm seat, a bed in the back. Heck, it even has a bathroom. And a showlet. I didn't want to just melt this down into the next cash grab, alien fighter I hear is coming out. So I needed help, because I desperately wanted to like this thing. So I turned to the experts at the United Earth Mining Corp. And I'm so glad I did. They were friendly and did not make me feel stupid. You know, the way some players look down on you for your newbie moments or opinions that might differ from theirs. Instead, they invited me to go out mining with them on a live Twitch stream. So a big shout out to Foreman Tessa D and the crew at UEMC. Thanks to them, I realized I needed to go to the PTU running on patch 3.10.1 to see the diamond minables the rock can mine on our ship scanners. What's up with that, CIG? Anyway, by the time you're seeing this, 3.10.1 should be live. We did some cold weather and warm weather mining. I learned to stop the rock from skidding as you mine. Right now you need to turn the engine off. Which is another hassle, but I'm sure they're going to fix this. Weather is still an issue, and I had to thaw out a few times because I didn't have a cold weather suit on. But my biggest takeaway that kept me interested was that a full rock load of hadanite, according to the miners, can score you around 220,000 UEC. That's not a bad payday. So I would ignore anything else. Some of these fragments breaking off you can pick up by hand if for some reason the rock's tractor beam can't pick it up. I was having so much fun I passed out in my rock. So is the rock the way to go? If you're asking me, yes, but only after you have a Prospector. Because if you're just starting out with a Mustang, Aurora, or even an Avenger Titan starter ship, you could own a Prospector for roughly around the same price. And if it's not on sale in the official store, I'm sure you can find one in the gray market, or just buy it in game. For now, everyone gets a freelancer, but that's a temporary thing. So I wouldn't count on it, and renting one or a Cutlass doesn't make any sense. With a Prospector, at least you can mine in space, and on planets. The ROC experience of flying around and pulling out your rock is a little cumbersome to me. But as the pros showed me, if you know what to mine, you can make more out of your time. And if you like driving a ground vehicle, or just want to change it up, the ROC may be the way to go. I suspect more gameplay and deposits for the ROC will be added to the game. For now, Daymar, Hurston, and Ariel seem to be good places to take it. I was really expecting this to be good for entry-level or casual miners, but it's the opposite. This feels more like it's for the career miner that needs every tool to pull every rock. For the casual miner, hand mining is probably still the way to go. And even then, it seems like purchasing this one in-game is a better deal. So that's my take on ROC versus Prospector mining from where we are today. What's your view on it? I'd love to hear your comments below. This is Astronesto, thanking you for watching, and we'll see you next time.